Hey guys, it's me, Pascal from Orange Pixel. Sorry, I'm tracking a bug in the game Space Grunts 2 and I can't find it. It's one of those bugs, you know, they are very difficult to find and they are very hard and they don't even appear always, but sometimes they do. And if they do, they kind of break the whole game and the progress of it. So I can't find it. I know it has to do with the burning fire that roams around the level. It starts and then it grows and it takes out more stuff and then it hits something like a door or a crate or a random scenery object. That's where shit hits the fan, because then the object disappears, the fire goes away, but there's like an invisible wall there. So nothing visible, but you can't walk through or you can't pass it and you can't interact with it because there's nothing there. And I'm not sure what's causing the problem. And I hate those things. Bugs like this can really haunt the game, haunt me as a developer way after release, because it suddenly starts popping up after, I don't know, the first day of release. It might have been gone for weeks and then suddenly, first day of release, the bug is back. So I really need to fix this. So I'm not sure why you're watching this video. Well, I'm glad you're watching this video, but I have to fix this bug. Or we could do some pixel art. Alright, the votes are cast. We're gonna do some pixel art, and thank you everybody for voting. Alright, I just made the decision. We're gonna do pixel art today. I need to create an end boss for this game. If you've been following this channel for a while, you know I have a very big dislike against end bosses, and especially creating them. But I came to the but I came to the conclusion that this game is a card battle game, which means the end boss doesn't really need to do a lot except play cards, and that code is already in the game. So all this boss needs to do is look pretty, look dangerous and big, especially very big, and then the rest is done with the card battle code, which is already in the game. So that's a lot easier to create the end boss, and I might actually create a few end bosses or bigger bosses for the game, because like I said, all they have to do is look pretty and we can do that. Alright, so usually I first start drawing on paper or sketching or doodling something, but for this one I'm pretty sure what I want to create, and I think I want to have it somehow part of the level. So we're actually gonna build on a little mock-up scene I made from game tiles. We're just gonna create the outline of the monster, and that's really how I always start. Create an outline, then add some colors, then add some shades, and add some highlights and more details. And eventually we'll hope to have a good looking big type monster. The boss is really gonna be like this weird blob like thing, because that already fits with the theme of the game. And then I'm gonna add some technology in there, like the big monitor as his face and some other things sticking out here and there. So that's really the end boss. It's really a combination of technology and alien blobbiness or something like that. I often get the question from people if I can teach them how to do pixel art, and my first response to that is usually no, because I have no idea where to start. But I've been thinking about it a little bit more, and I think the biggest problem for people wanting to learn pixel art is that they think that pixel art is easier than normal drawing or somehow. And it's not. You need to be able to draw before you're gonna start do pixel art. It doesn't matter what type of art you do, you need to be able to do art. So before I started doing pixel art, I would always be drawing on paper, doodling, sketching. If you can't do that, if you can't create something on paper, then you're not gonna be able to create something good looking in pixel art. It's not a magic thing or something. It's still a skill, and you need to learn and you need to know how to draw. And how to make things visual. Alright, so that's the boss created. The next phase is to at least give it another frame of animation, so we have at least 2 frames of animation. The whole game has very little animation. It really gives it a certain feeling and look to the whole game. Every character in there has at most 3 animation frames, but most characters only have 2. And this boss is gonna be no difference. Unless it really looks crappy, then we're gonna sneak in a few extra frames. But first thing we're going to do now is create that second frame of animation. So the real logic behind this is that some of his limbs are going to be moving and all the other stuff is just oozing and become bigger or become smaller depending on where we are on his body, and it's just gonna mix it a little bit so that his whole body is moving and oozing everywhere. And that's really the only animation I want to add for now. I might add some other stuff, but I might do it through code. So those weird gray containers with the oozy acid green in there might drip acid, but I'll do that all through code, because there's no point in doing it animation. It would take a lot of extra frames where I could just have a little acid drop down. And the same goes for his face. It's really a fun little monitor, so we might do something with those eyes. But that's all going to be done through code, which is just a lot easier and nicer to do than having a lot of animation frames for something that simple. Alright, that's 2 frames of animation for the boss, and like I said, some stuff is going to be happening in code. It's just a lot easier to do it in code than draw everything, especially since I'm also the guy drawing it. So if I draw it or code it, doesn't really matter. I know what I want and know how it's going to look. I'm going to type in some code, and we're going to place it in the game, and let's see how it looks once that's done. Luckily for you, that's right now. Ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves a big boss. Screen filling big badass boss. And I might add a few more now that I know how easy it is. I just have to draw them, animate them, and the card battle code will do the rest. I still need to add some boss specific cards, like why is he shooting guns and weapons and using human type shields? He should be using very different type of techniques to attack the player. So we're gonna work on those type of cards as well. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with how it ended up. So a very productive day, but I still have a big bug that needs fixing. Right. Well, we had joy for like 20 seconds. Anyway, I'm gonna fix the big badass bug because I have the boss, now I need the bug. So like, subscribe, comment below, and I'll see you next week. Bye! Oh wait, we almost forgot to talk about the comments on last week's video. Last week's video was about getting Space Guns to run on iPad and Android and iPhone and mobile basically. First commenter, Sega Astana. Regular commenter, the more I watch your devlogs about Space Guns, the more I fall in love with the game. By the way, have you thought about making a horror themed game? I did once, which was part of a game jam. It was No More Guns or No More Weapons, something like that it was titled, and you walked around a ghost and zombie infested horror themed house with a little girl laughing and stuff like that. It didn't really evolve into anything, but I might revisit that idea someday. Ali Rohani, I love your channel, following your footsteps. Now play Mario Kart. Yes, always play Mario Kart. Always.
Mark Forster, looks great on mobile already and interesting, like playing it away. Thanks for the time estimate for being released. Yeah, I already have it on this phone installed, and it's actually pretty cool. I can play it everywhere now, and it plays pretty smooth, and I think it plays even a little bit easier than Space Crunch 1 did, because it had more buttons, and this, because of the card battle system, has less buttons and it plays easier. Man, good job, bro. Thanks, bro. Morse flatbread, I don't know. Sorry, Morse first. Yeah, that's the first comment. And do we still do those things on the internet these days? I guess we do. Anyway, that's it for now. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a big badass boss. Big ass boss? A big ass boss. He has a big ass.